All right, well, day 2 starting. Day 1, I tore apart all of the front end suspension. You can see here on this side, still 100% torn up. I had the welder come in today, and as you can see, doubler plates are welded in place. Maybe, there you go, now you can see. Doubler plates are welded in place. I'm gonna have to clean those up, get them primed and painted and covered up. I also had them weld the bypass hoop in place, but I'm going to leave that not welded to the frame until I'm more assembled, just to make sure everything attaches properly. So just follow along as I get back to work. Now I started assembling lower control arm and the knuckle, put that together, and I just got it here loose, attached, just so I can get to work on the passenger side. So yeah, follow along, let's get going. Well, upper control arm's in, loose installed obviously. You want to make sure you don't torque anything just yet until you're able to have the preload of the tires on the ground. So for now, everything's loose. Just have that supported by a jack stand, otherwise it goes pretty far down. I'm going to go ahead and assemble the coilover, attach that, and I think at that point I'm kind of running out of things to do for today until my brakes show up, and the inner and outer tie rods, as you can see, attached there, or detached. Oh, I'm gonna have to take this back apart because the axle, unless I want a Bluetooth axle, the axle is gonna have to get attached in place, and it does not work with the upper control arm attached. It's going to be hard enough even with the lower control, but I can make that happen. So let's see how this goes.
Hey, I don't know if you can hear me, but please listen. I think I might have lost my way. Hey, look around, tell me what you see, 'cause I see eternity, and I fear it's gonna swallow me. So tell me where to return to after the fall. Everything is ending around me, still I go on.
All right, axle's in place. One thing, or another thing, because I keep mentioning things, another thing I want to mention is that the axles are different lengths. Make sure you're paying attention to that. I believe the passenger side is the shorter one. I paid attention to the old ones when I took them off, took a look and saw which one was shorter, which one was longer, and used that as my guide.
Welcome to the great unknown. Everything is empty, never ending. What I wanna fall alone. Gotta get away, I've lost my way. So welcome to the great unknown. Welcome to the great I don't know if you can hear me, but please listen. I think I might have lost my way. Anybody out there somewhere? I swear, where am I supposed to go? Never get nowhere, and there's not now. Welcome to the great unknown. Everything is empty, never ending. What I wanna follow. Gotta get away. So welcome to the great unknown. Welcome to the great unknown. Welcome to the great unknown. I've been giving away, stripped of angels' wings. I couldn't really help but notice. Hell, the guilty leads the way. Life becomes super real when you live your life this way. You're defeated.
All right, so it's been a couple hours. I've been working on the passenger side. Got it fairly well put together. I need to wait for the bypass hoop primer to dry. Once that dries, I can go ahead and paint it. So at this point, I'm literally watching paint dry on the passenger side. It is almost 2 o'clock. I've got to stop here probably at about 3:30. So I've got about an hour and a half. I'm probably going to go ahead and start on the driver's side, reassembling. But let's go ahead and show you what the passenger side looks like. The brakes did show up. So I've got power stop, upgraded brakes and rotors, brake pads and rotors. The reservoir for the coilover is not yet attached because the hoop is not there. I've got the extended brake line installed. I've got a little brake fluid that I need to clean up. I am waiting for the brake retainer tab primer to go ahead and dry so I can spray that black real quick. Once that dries, then I can install the brake line back in place and tighten that down. At this point, I don't know. I really don't know what else I can do on the passenger side for the time being. I'm waiting on the inner tie rod to show up. That'll be here tomorrow. The bypass hoop will be welded in once I have everything else kind of attached in place and tightened down. I wanted to make sure that it attaches in the right place and that there's not any preload on it. Really, passenger side is, I would say, done at a dead stop for the time being until paint dries and more parts show up. So we'll go ahead and get moving on driver's side. I'll basically repeat the same process. See you then.